Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to TSBT, where we give it to you good, and we gonna tell you some real. Well, I'm gonna tell you some real, cause face it, I'm the only one on here. But anywho, hope all y'all been doing good out there. It's been a minute since I've been on here, just to spread some, if I got some knowledge or just make you laugh. It's been a minute, so welcome to the channel. Excuse me, I say. Yeah, I had to get that going. Sometimes they help you relax a little more. Me personally, everybody should know thyself. So know thyself. You know what's gonna get you up. You will know what's gonna keep you going. You know what I'm saying? Right? If it's like it's habit forming, addiction. Because there's somebody out there. It's people addicted to certain stuff. So, your addiction is my addiction. I smoke cigarettes and I drink. So yeah, and I smoke magic, wanna. But anyway, y'all, I came on here today just to, you know, encourage y'all, give y'all some uplifting, and to let y'all know where everything get. And so, what's up with the Pope? How y'all feel about the Pope? What y'all think about the Pope? So far I know my channel is just starting off and stuff. So yeah, even though it's just me talking, guess what? I'm gonna be talking. So one day somebody gonna run across this, okay? You can still leave a comment, like, subscribe, and share whenever you decide to, okay? So anyway, back to what I was saying. The Pope died, supposedly. The face for the Pope died. And so, and isn't it crazy, especially to my melanated people, to me and whoever else that's been looked down on just for our color or who we are? What y'all like? Do y'all ever sit back and just think like, I wonder why this is like the world is the way it is? You know what I'm saying? We actually working to take care of the elite. They getting money off us. That's why they stay rich and so forth. Well, they rich materially wise, but we rich spiritually. So, but anyway, y'all get what I'm saying? Like in the world we in this world trying to grasp, understand, and try to get a piece of happiness, and still, at the age I am now, I'm still like, wonder why, like, I'm not gonna say that, but I know somebody out there other than me, and because it's some very intelligent, melanated people out there, like intelligent, and yes, spirit. Like I say, we automatically spiritual people, and that what makes us more powerful. It does. And that's something I just want you to think about it. Open your mind up. Think about this. If you haven't already, if you young out there, or you might be an older person and you just don't have no recollection of why we are here and why we're living this way or have been living the way we've been living, but this the average people or the poor folks and the ones that I don't even want to see it. But yeah, that's why. And I want y'all to know that Sam Cooke said it better. A change gonna come Oh, yes, it is. It's been too hard living, but I'm afraid to die. You know, I don't know what's up there. It's been a long. You hear that? He say he's afraid to die. That mean you thinking about it. When I think about that, it says a lot. Like that's a very powerful song. Matter of fact, when I get off here, I'm gonna go listen to me some Sam Cooke. Change gonna come. Oh yes, it is. Ooh, ooh. But yeah, and y'all just stop believing everything you see on the TV. Don't put your concentration or your focus on what you see on the TV. I mean, yeah, cool. If that's what you watch it. I watch TV, you know what I'm saying? But I don't claim that to be me. I know the difference. Because if I can touch myself, I can touch myself. But stop being gullible on everything you hear. Stop taking in everything you hear. Like, get in tune with thyself. And for real, I've probably said this a time or two. Pay attention to you. Pay attention to what your mind say. Your mind. Pay attention to that. But yes, I'm just saying this. If I can help somebody out there, I'm going to say it. So, and that's another thing. That's why you should know thyself. Like, you got so many good people in the world versus the people that don't quite think it's good. They would say, they got a problem, which the hell they do. Some are worse than others. And pay attention to like your surroundings, and that means consciously, naturally. And what I mean by naturally, they mean nature. Like for us, like if you outside, say for instance, you just see some or something come your path, like start looking up. Like say for instance, you see a bird or a cat or whatever it may be. You might see a spider or, you know what I'm saying, anything. Look up spirituality and symbolism, like the symbolism of that whatever you see. So yeah. And yeah, I've been feeling so wired up, like not wired up, like I'm ready to go do some work, like not no physical work, not that. Nah, baby, them days over with. And so, yeah, just get in tune with yourself, because if you don't get in tune with yourself, how you gonna, you know what I'm saying? How you gonna, first, that's where it first starts at, to know yourself, where you come from. Because you can feel it, like it always gonna stick with you. Whatever it is, whether you notice it now or later, And so, just learn how to know thyself. Don't say it's like, thoughts are thoughts. A message from divine or intuition. It could be you, like you doing, like being right. You're going to have, trust me, you doing what you need to be doing, and acknowledge in all thy ways. You'll be all right. Ooh, that tastes good. It really, it's alright, it's alright. But yeah, pay attention to yourself because if you don't, you gonna allow anything else. Like if you don't get to know yourself, and if you're not training yourself back to your natural being, you gonna pretty much be something or someone that you're not. So be who you are. Know thyself. Cause I haven't been to prison. I've been to jail a few times, but that's a place I don't want to be. And no one should want to be there. And it's so many that are. That's there. And some are they're probably innocent, innocent. As we know through history, we know people that went to prison, especially back in the night, like early years, you know. And then when it was the time when our people, when they was making a change for us, the ones that was like in tune to making a change and making a difference. It was so many lives that done, like innocent lives for no reason, that's gone. Gone. So, but if you're able to see this video, or are you still alive or whatever, how do you show your gratefulness is getting to know who you are, because so many of us forgot who we are. You know, a lot of us have forgotten who we are. Lost yourselves in the world, like of the world. You know, we in the world, but we're not of the world. But a lot of us are being of the world when you're not of the world. And it's so much I can say, but I know I can't say like everything, like for as be up here and talking like for 24 hours. So I'm not gonna do that, but I'm gonna sum it up because who shoot, and everybody know right from wrong. People play crazy, try to play crazy all the time like they don't know. Like, baby, oh, you know. So if you that intelligent to play crazy, that means you got enough sense to know yourself, who you are, before you lose your mind. So anybody out there, before you lose your mind, just get to know yourself. And don't believe what you've been told. Get to know yourself. So this how you do that. That's where I stopped on too. Get along. Like get along to yourself. Isolate yourself. It's nothing wrong with being to yourself. Like who? And you think good things, great things. And I ain't talking about like worldly things. I'm talking about like you getting yourself together. First of all, if you couldn't acknowledge you done something wrong, rather if it was intentionally or you just made a mistake and did something wrong. And I'm not just talking about like you at work or you made a mistake and did this. I'm talking about like treating the next man or, man or woman, let me correct that, woman or man, a certain type of way. And we in the same boat. Basically, nigga, we in the same motherfucking boat. So why the fuck would you want to think you more than me? Cause motherfucker, we paying taxes. But you want that's too much for you. Let me get back. Let me get back to something simple for these simple-minded people out there. Uh, and it's not about you like I learned today. I heard I be listening to a lot of good videos and stuff like that. You know, and to be some good stuff. Something that I can take with me for the rest of my life. I'm not gonna take bullshit for the rest of my life with me. You know, I'm gonna take some good shit with me, something that'll help me, something I can use for my mind. Not like, girl, let me go and get my nails done. Girl who did this, child, like, man, nigga, we smoke so much weed, nigga. Oh man, we ain't hit this drink, but blah. You know, not to get into that, but like simple-minded people. Like, yeah, I drink, I smoke, I do that, and I like food. But at the end of the day, back up from that and back and get into yourself. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about the cause. It's not. Because if man, Jane Brown, you will be nothing, nothing, nothing without a woman or girl. Do, do, do. They say, ow! But seriously, y'all, and I'm going to listen to that too. My old school people coming to me. I want to hear them. I want to hear them. But truly, just get all the knowledge that you can. Or, they don't, your brain can only hold so much. Like instance, if something gonna stick with you, it's gonna stick with you. Bullshit is just gonna fly off the walls. That's bloop, going on about its business. But if you can learn something, cause whatever you hear and it stick with you, it's gonna stick with you. So yeah, learn stuff. And that don't make you crazy. That's what they want you to think, that you crazy. Just because you have a mind and you do operate it. Do you got to be ignorant? No. You don't have to be ignorant. That's when you should know thyself. Like we should be able to remove ourselves when we need to move ourselves, especially in a bad situation or something like that. Especially if we got knowledge of what's about to occur or whatever. But anyway, just get to know yourself. Get to know yourself like, dang, pay attention to your body. Pay attention to your surrounding. Like boom, boom, boom. Like, it's so much, y'all. Like I said, I can't tell you everything. But I will tell you what should be told. I'm going to tell you what you need to be told. So, yeah. And we going to ring the bell. So, yeah. Let me see what else. Oh, and this one got a lot of, especially young people my age. A lot of us be caught up into social media. Like, I be having I be on there, but I don't make it my business to be on there. It just be something like, oh, let me see what this guy doing. Like, but I'm trying to get myself away from that. You feel me? Because guess what? I mean, you can find some good stuff on there, but when you get to seeing all this drama and toxic stuff, and it be our people, my people, why? Why? That because simple-minded. You simple-minded and you being gullible. Get to know who you are. Everybody want to belong somewhere. You want to belong here. Want to be liked. I mean, yeah, people want to feel good about themselves and be around other people that make them feel good. Or, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, true. But that's when you really need to go find thyself. Because you up here waiting on somebody else to validate you to be a good person. Baby, honeys, tribe. Whew. But yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. So, if, say, for instance, if every melanated person woke the fuck up, we don't have to be physical. You know, we don't have to be physical. And if you know, you know. So, yeah. If you led to do something, it's a good thing. But know when to do it. Don't just go out there head first. You fucking up then. Bad. I tickle myself with that one. But seriously though, yeah, I gotta retwist my hair. But seriously though, I'm sorry, my back itching. It really ain't itching. I just, and y'all, my boobs getting big. I might as well have milk on anything. But it's my bosom. But yeah, get to know who you is. Because if you don't know who you is or who you are or who you is, then you just gonna be out here. Out here. And we just out here. I mean, hell, I was just out there for a minute because hell, I ain't know nothing about nothing. And I'm gonna tell you what, I'm gonna tell y'all this. I had to go through some things to get my mind together. So don't get discouraged if you're having a bad time. Or if you feel like you're having a hard time, do not get discouraged. Because that's the very moment when, how you gonna rise up when you falling down? Keep it together. It make you wanna holler. Well, go holler. Go holler. Ah! Y'all, I got tipped because when I did that, I hear some little kids outside. They were like, like they took off. But anyway, see, the baby's here. The babies that's coming now. When I probably be like, when I turn like, let's see, 70. The little babies, like born this year, I'll be 70 when them babies grown. It might be a little younger when they like, that'll be when they 30, like 30 years old. When they turn 30 years old, I'll be 70. So, and if you can help it, listen to something that's going to, you know, turn you up. Whether it be music, whether it be somebody giving you some good knowledge, some good inspiration, some great encouragement. You know what I'm saying? Everything great. So, yeah. And then I was thinking, I was thinking, I said, man, the things that I've been through, now I ain't been through the worst, but I had some bad days. They weren't so good, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to go back that way. But I was like, it took that, you know, it took that to make me calm down. And so, if you can understand or understand me, it took me, or if you just understand, that's okay. Long as you listening and you paying attention, that what count, okay? But it took things to happen to me to leave people alone and just get on me, get on me, just love me. And I ain't talking about just loving me, but knowing myself, knowing me. And that's what love is. When you know somebody, say for instance, your kids, if you're a real parent, you going to know your kids. You going to know your peoples, your sisters, your brothers, whoever's, you going to know them. You going to know how they move, how they act. You just going to know them, their personality. You going to know them. Even your man or your woman, so you going to know them. Oh, wrong way. That is. And it's good vibes on. So yeah. And then like whew. It's a lot of people don't bypass this video. It's because I don't look like they popping bitch or that woman, but they don't know I didn't need they motherfucking validation. No one to know who the fuck I am. And and guess what? It ain't nothing wrong with it either. Cause I'm not here to please anybody. And they bring me back. Bring me back to what I was saying. Knowing yourself. It's knowing yourself. You just have to know yourself. And when dang on it. Hold on a minute. And so when people want you to be perfect, I think you're supposed to be perfect. That's when you don't supposed to give a fuck about what they think. And see. And it just been that way. I always been that type of person. I don't give a fuck what a motherfucker got. I don't give a fuck what they look like. I ain't talking about for me, no, I'm not talking about for me, but I'm talking about for us how I treat people. Now don't get this shit twisted, nigga. What the fuck? But no, I treat people how I want to be treated. I can feel if you can get the energy, you get the energy. And then they go back to like knowing thyself. I know I got the gift of smelling different spirits. Like last night, for example, I was just chilling like I'm doing now, whatever. So I didn't smell this smell till somebody came, they knocked on my door, whatever. And I ended up, sitting back down and I got to smell like a dead rat smell. You know what I'm saying? And it smelled like it was on my hands. No lie. I went and washed my hands and everything. I smelled them. They were still smelling like that to me. Then I let my son smell them. He said he didn't smell them. So, and that's the latest time I can say I got the gift to smell a spirit. Like I'm gonna know when they get around. A, not no good spirit. It'd be more of a low entity, a deity. And so yeah, and don't come like I said, deity or entity because I don't know what exactly they call, but they both are things, are spirits or whatever. So yeah, but anyway, came back. I did like this because my sign has been drained, but I ain't smelled that to look woot the woot. Don't let ain't smell it to them. And the person who it was, I'm not gonna say what type of person they are, but I just know another being came to my door or whatever, and when I ended up going back to sitting down doing what I was doing, I was smelling like a dead rat smell. It's y'all know what a dead rat smell, a mouse, it smell like something decaying. That's what my hands smelled like. And like I said, I went and washed them and I let my son smell them, but it finally, that sense finally went away. But I know how I end up getting in because, of that's going back to where that person that come to my house, it was just more like a fact. I opened up my door. I opened my door up. And the time before that was when I was in that messed up relationship. And it can be on the like it can be different little days and we can be in there can be a time when we having a good time, but it's still gonna be like I'd be like, did somebody fart? You farted? It might be something like that. Because that's what it smelled like. Everybody around talking about no, I don't know. But it that's why I said I had a sense of it. And I didn't know at the time when it was happening. It was more like after the fact. So yeah. You can smell a not so good of a spirit, a negative spirit. That's what we gonna call them, negative spirit. We don't want to call them evil. We just gonna call them negative. And when you stop all the fussing and fighting with one another, because it be the simplest shit. And you can hear about somebody offing another human being, like, for what? Like, the ones that's running us and got us in fear, supposedly. Okay, I'm gonna keep going. Got us in fear. They looking at us like dummies. And I'm gonna say what I was about to say before. I didn't want to. I was gonna do it, but I said no. Let me. I don't want to cut it out. So yeah, they looking at us like fools, and I ain't talking about me. I'm talking about us as a people as a whole. And so, like, oh yeah, nigga, like the young boys. Yeah, nigga, come on. You might say, I don't know what the fuck they be talking about. But all I know, these motherfuckers be killing. The motherfuckers will kill one another and be like, the generation that's coming up now or whatever, been happening. I mean, death, killing been happening. But it's more the sense of it's the younger ones that's killing the younger ones. And it really be for nothing. Nothing. Somebody, we want to prove us to one another, but why we can't prove it to them people that's been having us bound and shit like that. But they living the best life possible. But we up here killing one another, want to fight one another, want to talk about one another. But guess what? Y'all done fell in the trap of believing how they treated us, like when we still in slavery. It's just a better modern way. We still in slavery. I gotta grab me another cigarette, y'all. Shut the fuck up. If you had something to say about me, like, damn, she smoked a lot of cigarette. Damn, you talk a lot of shit. Oh, I'm just saying. You mind too much of my beard. And so that's what it's about. Like, knowing who you are. Everybody, I mean, we all done stressed over probably some bills, and some people still stressing. A lot of people still stressing about some bills. You know what I'm saying? Stressing about money, doing all these. Why the fuck is, first of all, don't stress over nothing. If you ain't got it, you ain't motherfucking got it. And so, don't worry about it. That's the thing. They want you to worry. And when you worry, you can't focus on good things when you're thinking about low things. So think high. Don't think low. Think high. That's divine. Don't think low. Think high. Because guess what? Yeah, you can say, damn, I got to do this. Because we in the world, but we are not of the world. Totally different thing. Like when we see young ladies with their ass out and shit, you know what I'm saying? Shit be going on. And I'm like, I can't be around it, especially right now. Not now. I can't be around it because I just be no. I just can't be around that like that. You know. And then and then they got a lot of us trapped into going to church, like, and my melanated people, we didn't make the church. We know who made the church. It wasn't us. We brought the church, like, because we gave it some rhythm up in there. But that wasn't our original thing. But far as I know, if everybody in this century, in the century before that, was going to church. But this 21st century, we in now. Yeah, 21st. We in the 21st century. And, that's 100 years. A century is 100 years. So, y'all just think about it now. Bag it on up. Far as I know, I haven't did any research on it, but I'm just saying, I was born in the 20th century, but now it's the 21st century. Let me make sure, y'all. I don't know, but either way it go, I was here since the 21st century. I know. I believe I was born in the 20th because I don't want to how long? Yeah, I think 21st was the 21st, 2000. I don't know, y'all. But y'all research it hell. But I'm gonna look it up too because I want to make sure I know what I'm talking about. But so, how many other centuries was there before the 21st? Oh, okay, yeah, you do the math. I know y'all can add it up. So I'm just saying because I'm a Mississippian. And they take like, yeah, God, this, Jesus, yeah, and I probably still will because that's part of me. But I know myself know thyself, and if I do so happen to say that, I already know what it is. And because I'm like, yeah, praise the Lord, saints. You hear something like that. You hear something like that. Oh Lord, but what they be doing, it's kind of like Ashe to me now. Like Ashe, they say praise the Lord, saints. So that's Ashe to the ancestors or whoever else it is, baby. Because I was like, oh, ooh, that felt so good. So yeah, dang, that didn't put me no more drink. And everybody wanted to have you organized. Like, how the fuck I'm gonna be unique when I gotta look like the next person? The fuck that is. Think about it now. How the fuck would you be unique if you gonna be looking like everybody else or doing what everybody else doing? Like, okay, know thyself. Because when you get to want to put in like, yeah, you got to look this way. You got to look that way. Shit, yeah, I understand that, but nigga, this who the fuck I am. You know, that's what you, that's what you tell them, baby. Hell, I love me. Fuck what the next motherfucker think. Hell, I care about me. I say. So, hell. But you got people like that, though, y'all. And yes, it's things about me that I've known. I knew it was something up to with it or something to it because it always stuck with me. And if you ever heard a voice clearly, it wasn't nothing they didn't procrastinate about it, but you heard a word. Pay attention, get in tune with yourself. Know who you are. Know who you are, honey. And that's why we as the melanated people, we've been losing because everybody's asleep. And they did it with fear. They do it with fear. So and then it's in the Bible too. That's why I had pause like this. I was trying to think of that scripture. How did it go? Whom shall I fear? Oh, the Lord is my shepherd. Who shall I fear? Or something like that, I believe. And I know I don't remember the damn where it's at. Hey, use the internet. And that's why that's on my mind. I mean, I've read the Bible and not all the way through. I read parts of the Bible. You know what I'm saying? And the last part of the Bible that I was in tuning in, because at this point, I was finding myself. That's how I was getting to know who I am. And I was led to Ezekiel. And I'm not getting into Ezekiel, but if you want to know about Ezekiel, go read it. It's in the Bible. And I got the King James version and I got another English term version, but basically, that little part right there was enough. You can't get too in tune into a book, especially a religious book that man made. It was not the way, but it was made by someone that walk around like me and you, and they wasn't of us. So I mean, you know what I'm saying, if you get what I'm saying. But anyway, we're gonna move on from that part. But yeah, that's what it speaks. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is my shepherd. Who shall I fear? Like, you shouldn't have to fear anyone. Nobody shouldn't have to fear anyone. But what has been occurring and transpiring was fear. And that's to, like, even the white people, the unmelanated, I don't want to just say, well, I said it, but unmelanated people, white people, however you want to say it. The ones that don't have it, like really don't have it, they don't really care about them either. But the ones that think they got it and they really don't have it, because who gonna be okay if it's in a rank, excuse me, but if it's in a rank, like they up here And the ones that think they better than us and they right here with us, they like midway. They midway, depending on what type of lifestyle they live in or whatever. But the ones that don't have it, like, but basically, we all broke motherfuckers. So, like, we broke because, bitch, you got some million, nigga. You got some millions up in there I don't know about. You know, but yeah. Like, it can be a hometown, you stay in a hometown, and you might know this rich, unmelanated person, or not even rich, but a wealthy, like, type of unmelanated person. And they might be treating people how these Elites treating everybody, but they don't see the picture though. They just see, yeah, they in the world, and they being of the world. See, I'm in the world, but I'm not of the world. You know, it's what they're saying is, yes, I'm here, but I don't just pick up everything that I'm around or I see or I hear. You know what I'm saying? I hear it, but not, I don't take heed to, like, I ain't even gonna say I don't take heed, but I don't in tune into it. I'm not in tuning into that. Like, oh my God, like, no. Know thyself. Get to know thyself. Understand thyself. And so, and when you know the history of who we are, you know. And then you know what's crazy, y'all? I'm not gonna like. It's a lot of people know me, but then, well, no, they don't know me. They know of me. They look at my exterior and don't look at my interior. That's a good one. They looking at my exterior and not my interior. But at the same time, I can bounce. I can pop out too if I wanted to, but I'm not into doing nothing like that. So at the end of the day, it's end of the day. That's why I go back to like simple-minded people. Like they not thinking. They zombies. Y'all zombies. You a zombie out there. You better wake the fuck up. Being zombies. Then, being controlled, like we all be in control. We can know people on a personal basis, but the people we will never see or anything like that. I mean, fuck it. We might just see them, depending on, you know what I'm saying. But at the end of the day, what I'm saying is, we don't take our anger out on who it should be taken out on. We take it out on the ones that's closest and around us. And then if we do have any type of anger, compose it. Like, lower the anger down and bring up the happiness. You know what I'm saying? Bring up the happiness. Because guess what? How would you defeat your enemy? Would you be mad? Okay, if you ever been in a fight, they were like, oh no, they too mad. They ain't gonna win. Because you can't focus, you can't think, you can't really see, you can't get in tune. But that person that probably chilling and then they come up, wop, 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 wop. Because they not rah-rah. They not using their head. They using their head, but not in a matter of talking shit or nothing like that. They using their head to focus. That's what that is. When you focus, like you can let them do whatever, and that's just like that says a lot right there too. And I've been having this like a woof, 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 like. It don't hurt or nothing, but it'll be in my ear like a woof. You ever got the ringing in your ear? I know what that is, but this how that been going on. That's on this side, like woof, woof, woof. Like it's telling me to push whatever I gotta say out. So that's what I'm getting from like woof, 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 woof to release. And I'm gonna take release, you know. So yeah, it just been it's been a lot going on. And I've been feeling this energy, man. Like I feel electrifying. Like I can't explain it. Like I feel electrifying. Like, but it's on the inside of me. Not that it's not anxiety or nothing like that. It's more like I'm trying to explain it the best way I can, but that's what it feel like. And it's not scary at first. I probably, because I wasn't used to nothing like that. I'm not used to nothing like that. So that's why you got to know thyself. Them dogs out there barking. I don't know if y'all can hear them, but I can hear them. I don't have any dogs, by the way. But, and pay attention, like, once again, since the dogs, I said, I don't have, about the dog. I seen, like, pay attention to your outside, your surrounding. You be looking for a 2-leg, you might have a 4-leg. Like, for instance, it was yesterday morning, I had done got up. And normally, when I get up for work, I don't go to the front. But so happened I was in the front, and then I went straight to the window. I was led to the window. I'm led to the window, and I look out my window. It was a cat walking like it took its time, came from the street and turned their ass right in my driveway. Like it was like, say for instance, they walking this way and then boom, my driveway, they just boom, doo, 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 and they were just prowling. And I so happened looking out the window. I'm seeing them like from, and then I say, "What you doing?" And then it had a little standstill. That cat say, he ain't say nothing. He just did it, looking at me. I say, "What the hell you doing on my yard?" And then it decided to go on over to the other side, and so it walked out. But I wasn't too far from where I just left myself and to see what it's doing now. And then it was right here by one of my kids' windows. And I said, what the hell you doing? That's how I was talking to the cat. And then the cat looked at me for, like, we had some little moments where we were just having to stare off. We had a whole stare off. And then the cat got tired, I guess, and went on by this business and went out the other driveway, like did a whole 360. This way my driveway made up, y'all, but yeah, got a little walkway. Then boom, went, and then now it didn't do it like a regular cat would just run off. No, this one was feisty. So I paid attention to that cat. And it wasn't a stray cat. It didn't look stray whatsoever. But I know one thing. It went on right back out. It would walk right back out. After I knew it left out my yard, I went on and did what I had to do because, like I said, I was getting ready for work and stuff. About to get ready for work. So yeah, that was that. And so that's what I was like, yeah, that's how I know, like that cat, that's how I know something up with that cat, Can't nobody tell me one, like, whether it was good or bad, but I seen what the cat did. And then I even opened my door up and say, the cat didn't budge. Like, the cat was can't see me. So I was like, I wonder what's up with that cat, because why is this cat don't walk like a whole human? Like if you go into somebody's house and if you gonna walk straight up the driveway. I mean, sometimes we might cut through the yard, but the way I saw this cat, that's why I say y'all pay attention to stuff. Pay attention to nature, you know. And then you gotta look, like I say, look up what they, you know, they say cat symbolism or dog symbolism. Like if it's something like that that'll stick with you, if it stick with you like that, see what it mean. But also pay attention to how you feeling when you saw that cat. And it was more like I wasn't afraid or anything like that. It was more like, what you doing in my damn yard? Cause I don't have a cat, so what the hell you doing in my yard? And the way the cat looked at me, like, really? Talking to me? I mean, that's how it was. That's what the vibe was. Like, oh, I did. And to, I don't know, I might try to do another cooking video or whatever. I ain't gonna say might. Whenever I decide to do a cooking video, I will. I will do just that. Yeah, I gotta do my hair though. I gotta do it, but I'm just not in tuning to do it. That was my intention to do it. I just haven't yet. Then I heard, we call them dreadlocks, but they supposed to be deadlocks, because they locked. And once our hair come out of our scalp, you know how we shed so many hairs today. They let you know our hair is like it. It got to look healthy. Don't get me wrong, but it's shed because some of it, like all of it's basically dead, but they call it dead locks because they lock. So yeah, and it's up to us to maintain it and keep it looking good and stuff like that. Take care of it. So yeah. Just so I'm like, Lord. And I'll be all right with mine, but it becomes a problem because I really can't. I had to get the mirror and look behind it and stuff, and I got like I got a good many dreads in my head, so. And then y'all would have been because we got some rain. It like comes and go. It comes and go. I tell you what. Yeah, I'm about to get up out of here. But before I go, ladies, gentlemen, if y'all gonna make some magic happen, make it happen in the bedroom. In the bedroom. Cause let me tell y'all something. Last time we had like a tornado warning, and I was me and my boo, we was together because it was on the weekend or whatever. But anyway, We was enjoying ourselves or whatever, and it was raining. Like the weather at that time, it was saying it was, thunderstorms or whatever. So it happened when we was getting ready to lay down or whatever, getting ready to get in the bed or whatever. Tornado warning just started coming to our phone. But we still was gonna do what we had to do. But baby, I tell you what, that was the best sex ever. Y'all, do you hear me? It was like we was making a storm. We was making a storm though. I was like, ooh. Like for real. Now, and one word about not one thing was a word, baby, because that's how powerful it was. So yeah, I wanted to leave y'all with that, and I'm about to get up off this thing, and I'm gonna have to holler at y'all another time. And yeah, I had this little thing before I get off here. I had this little thing where I could just hit the little remote and it'd like end my video. So happened now I had it last night. Now I don't know where it's at. So I ain't got a little pissed off with that. But yeah. I'm finna get ready to get off there. But if y'all do decide to do that, say for instance, you and your boo, y'all having a good time in the weather, like it don't matter when you do it. But I'm just saying, if you ever experience that, like I say, you can't be worried about it. You gotta go and do what you gonna do. Don't worry about it, because you mess around and worry about it. It might not happen for you. But yeah. We was doing some magic. A lot of magic was going on. That's all I can tell you. So, yeah, y'all be good. I'm holler at y'all next time. This TSBT, the Southern Bountiful Tribe. And y'all be nice. Y'all be sweet and get to know yourself. I'll holler at you.